Hi everyone, it's me Leslie here with another video. Today I want to make a video about self-acceptance. So if any of you are like me, you've had a difficult journey with accepting yourself. And so a couple years ago, before my daughter was born, I made a book called Just the Way You Are. So this book is all about a young girl whose mother teaches her about puberty. And of course, that's growing breast, getting your period, growing body hair, etc. And let me show you a picture. So this is the mom, and the mom is actually teaching her young daughter about the changes that she's going to experience in her life. And the daughter becomes scared and kind of sad and worried because she's confused and doesn't really understand what these changes will entail. It's something unknown, of course, to her at the moment. And so on this page, I compare puberty to the caterpillar going into the chrysalis, creating a chrysalis, and then emerging a beautiful butterfly. And so on this page it says, just as the caterpillar forms the chrysalis and experiences a great change called a metamorphosis, you will also change. After experiencing these changes, there's a secret key that awaits each of us. If we find this key, it opens up the magic door to self-acceptance. And of course, self-acceptance is the key to freedom. And so, what is self-acceptance? Self-acceptance is when I love myself, even on a bad day. Self-acceptance is loving all of myself, whether right now I like it or not. Self-acceptance is when we love ourselves all the time, whether we're having a good day or a bad day. Self-acceptance is the key to freedom. And so for a long time, I didn't love myself. For a long time, I didn't accept myself. And by that I mean nothing about me was ever good enough. I was seeking other compliments from others to feel good about myself. And maybe if I didn't get a compliment from someone that day, maybe I didn't feel so good about myself. And I first started realizing that I didn't love myself in my late 20s. And in my early 30s, that is when I truly started to tackle this self-acceptance thing. I began meditating and truly self-reflecting. I remember when I first started meditating, and I remember noticing a gray hair in the mirror. It was when I was about 30, 31. And it's not like it was the first gray hair, but it was the first gray hair in the very front of my hairline. It was right there, just smack dab in the middle. And I still remember saying to myself, you know what, Leslie? Right now you have a choice. You can either pluck it out, or you can leave it. And when you get more, you can either dye it, or you can leave it. And I chose to leave it there. But with leaving it there, I had to do some serious work on myself and come to terms with everything I have physically is going to fade. None of this is permanent. This isn't my permanent self. This is, these things come, our physical bodies, they come, and just as quickly as they come, they go. And I think that that's a big part of self-acceptance. So I am making this video not because I want to fully dive into what self-acceptance is and means, and all the ins and outs of it today. It's because I kind of want to touch on the surface of what it means today, and perhaps in future videos continue this work with you all, because this is a big journey of mine. Perhaps it's a big journey of yours, and it's a very important journey. So what I've discovered is my beauty is on the inside. It's not what you see. It's not what you can touch. It's within me. I show you my beauty through my actions. I show myself my beauty in my everyday behaviors and the way I think about myself and the way I think about others. And when I find myself judging myself and when I find myself judging others, I remember that that's something that a beautiful person doesn't do. And whether somebody's watching me or not, I am to hold myself accountable for my actions. So character is what we do when nobody's looking, right? So my goal is to be good, a good human being, whether you're watching me or not, whether someone else is there to hold me accountable or not. My goal is to just be a good person, a good citizen, do positive actions that positively affect others around me and myself. So I want to say one more thing. It's important to accept yourself. It's important for me to accept myself. Like I said, accepting ourselves is when we love ourselves even on a bad day, even when we know we did the wrong thing. We're still willing to forgive ourselves and move forward. One of the ways I'm choosing to accept myself, or a few of the ways I'm choosing to accept myself, this is the way I'm doing it. I've decided to keep my hair natural. I don't straighten it anymore. I've decided to keep it natural. I don't wear makeup. A few years ago, I really had a bad bout of acne, and I didn't wear makeup because I just wanted to be accepting of it and at peace. I mean, and eventually it went away. I mean, with in time and with change of diet and change of the environment I was in, it was a negative environment. With changing some things around me, eventually my skin got better and my scars thankfully went away. And also I've chosen to stop shaving. And it's been about 3.5 years since I've shaved my underarms and my legs, etc. Because I've been starting to question why we do it. Like, why am I shaving? I'm clean with the hair. I'm clean when I shave it off. I mean, I'm a hygienic person. I take care of myself. I take a shower every day. And I have body hair. And I've chosen to think that I'm a good person with or without the body hair, believe it or not. So, for example, today I was getting dressed, and it's summertime, it's hot, and when I go out I have a choice. I can either, of course, wear a skirt or jeans or whatever, and today I actually looked at my leg hair and thought, this is really good looking leg hair. And before, I hated my leg hair. Before I feel like I was taught to hate it. I feel like I was taught not by my family, but by propaganda, by media, by, all of these things being thrown at us that say you're not good enough unless you buy this product, or you're not good enough unless you buy that product, or you're not good enough unless you wear makeup, you're not good enough if you don't get your hair done once a week, or get your nails done once a week, or get your toes done, or take the hair off of your body, or work out 6 days a week. You're not good enough unless. And finally I broke down and said, you know what? I'm tired of believing this, lie that I've been being told my whole life, that I'm just not good enough unless. And so I've decided to stop all those things. And the body hair has been the hardest journey. And I'm so grateful that I started this journey. It's still hard. But today when I looked at my body hair in the mirror, I thought, oh wow, you've got some really good looking leg hair there. And I know to some of you that might sound funny or crazy even, but I feel like this is something that comes with self-acceptance. Just, it's there, and now I even like it there. I've learned to accept myself just the way I am. Maybe my body's not perfect. Maybe my speech isn't perfect. Maybe my hair isn't perfect. Maybe I don't wear the right type of clothing to be accepted by all. Maybe my YouTube videos suck or whatever. Maybe my body hair offends some people. But that's for them to work out. But for me, I'm doing this inner work to truly treat my body as a temple, and learn how to truly love myself regardless of what anybody else thinks, says, or does. People have been judged for lesser things, and I've lived my whole life caring what other people think about me. But now I'm ready to just care what I think about me. As long as I'm being a good person and I'm holding myself accountable and I'm serving my purpose and living my best life, I feel like I'm being a light unto the world. I feel like I'm being a positive light that perhaps other people can look at and say, okay, thank you for the motivation. Now I'm going to be this kind of light over here. The goal is to carry your light around and help light other people's candles or something like that. The goal is to be a light and then help others reveal their light. And I feel like talking about self-acceptance today will perhaps start assisting other people in exposing their light as well. The journey's not easy. The journey towards self-acceptance is a hard one. To love yourself even on a bad day, come on. But it's such an important journey. And I've had to teach myself and remind myself that my body is a temple. I'm a precious human being. I'm beautiful, regardless of what anybody else thinks, says, or does. And I'm also on this journey of self-acceptance because I want my beautiful, almost 2-year-old daughter to love herself. And when we love ourselves, we'll make better choices. We won't necessarily put ourselves in precarious situations. For example, I used to drink. I decided to quit. I used to smoke. I decided to quit because now I've accepted that my body is a precious, something precious to me. And I mean, I still slip up and do things that aren't necessarily the healthiest for me, but I'm aware that I should be better for myself. And me being better for myself is assisting others in being better for themselves. I don't know, I just want to be a good example. But I also want to hold myself accountable and be better for myself, be better for others, and show my daughter a better way of life than I had when I was growing up. I mean, I'm 37 now, and I had to literally fall on my face to wake up and start to get myself and my life in order. Okay, everybody, so that's the beginning. That's kind of like just scratching the surface of what I want to talk about in terms of self-acceptance. I hope some of you out there listening to this video can relate, can understand the message I'm trying to get out there. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, bye.